questions.
Yeah.
So,
In theory.
yeah.
I'm assuming that one of us can read them.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're right here. And here we are. And we are live. And guess whoops, okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear us okay. Hi Nikki. Hi Sir Sean. Hey, are you back to Sir Sean? Okay, hold on a second. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, you hear us okay. Good, okay. It'll take a little bit for, let me just brief her here. Hey Albert, hi Stellar, hi Nettie. This is my dear friend Sylvia.
Hi,
And
everybody.
I have been waiting to sit down and have a chat with her for a long time. Yeah, so we're just gonna sit down and just have a visit and then take some questions. But you guys will find her very interesting. And so here we go. Yeah. So Sylvia, what brings you here to Wyoming?
The short version or the long version?
Start with the short.
All right. We live in upstate New York.
Upstate New York, okay.
And my husband and I got married 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to start looking for where we wanted to retire.
Okay.
Even though we were in our mid-30s.
Oh.
So once a year we went on an anniversary trip to see whether this is where we want to retire. We love hiking.
Okay.
We love being out in nature.
Okay.
So we did a hike in the Tetons. Supposed to be a 4-night hike. Ended up being a 3-night hike because it started pouring. So we had some extra time.
Uh-huh.
And my husband went on a run that morning after we cut our hike short.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking at the newspaper, saw land for sale actually in Idaho.
Okay.
And he came back from his run and I said, Rusty, I have a crazy idea. Maybe here is where we should buy land. And maybe here is where we should retire. So a few months later, we found a real estate agent who drove us around and told us, you don't want to have land in Idaho, you want land in Hoback Ranches.
Oh.
And he drove us around, and we found that spot, and then we're standing there, there's nothing in the spot, just trees and nature, no one had ever built there.
Uh-huh.
And just looking out, and we both knew.
Yeah. This is it.
This is it.
This is it. Oh my
This is
gosh. Oh
We
geez.
went to Colorado, Montana, all around the country, but nothing ever spoke to us until here.
Oh my gosh. Wyoming has a way of doing that too, doesn't it? Yeah. I remember coming into Wyoming for the first time and just going, wow, there's something really unique and different about this place. And it is still uninhabited. I mean, there's, hardly any people here. And I have to let my cat in. Hold on one moment. Yes. Come on in, kitty. Come on, kitty. Good girl. Okay. She must be hungry. Wondering, oh gosh, who is that? Who is that? Okay. Hey, Ralphie boy. Hi. Hey, Albert, I hope that your wife is feeling well. She's going to be having a baby soon.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, very exciting, yeah. Well, speaking of families and babies and things like that, let's hear about you. Are you married?
I am married.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got married, I traded my house with 1 cat for a house with 2 kids under 10, and I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. So I went from sanity to craziness, and I never looked back.
Oh.
And then 13 years after that, I guess it wasn't 13, it was like 7 or 8 years after that, I had a baby. So we had a 13-year-old, a 29-year-old, and a 27-year-old.
Wow. I'm going to move this camera closer so that they can hear us a little bit better. And come on, Noodles. Come on. There we go. Oh, they're used to this, that I'm a doorman. Noodles, get down. Okay. Oh boy. That cuts us off, doesn't it? Okay, it shouldn't cut us off. Okay. Oh, it's because that didn't catch up yet. Okay. Okay. So 13 years, 8 years later.
I think it's about 8 years.
8 years later, you had Nathaniel. And Nathaniel is your son, and he is your everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to admit, when he was born, I didn't follow any of the rules because we had a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. And so Nathaniel got dragged to soccer games and band concerts and looking at colleges. So
oh my
he
gosh.
had to adapt very quickly to being part of a very busy family.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry that you're getting noodleized. Noodles, come over here.
And his older siblings loved having a baby at home because none of their friends had such a young sibling.
Okay.
So they used to bring all the friends over and they used to ooh and ah. And our oldest actually used Nathaniel on a cruise to get attention from girls.
Did he
Because a
really?
baby can be a chick magnet according to him at the time.
That's right. Yes. And so now how did it go through the teenage years and there being a toddler around, and how was all that?
They loved Nathaniel. They dotted on him.
Oh.
And so both of them know how to change diapers. They had to do that in an emergency.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
yeah,
And so
it could not have gone better.
So now they're going to be interested in Wyoming. Let's talk about Wyoming a lot. So your family, how often are you up here in Wyoming?
As much as we can.
Yeah.
Which means having a school-age kid summers.
Yeah.
I am a professor and a teaching person, which means during the semester it's really difficult for me to be here. Usually can manage 1 week in the spring and 1 week in the fall.
Okay.
And that's it for right now.
So you're a professor. So what do you teach?
Industrial organizational psychology. Basically business psychology.
Industrial organizational psychology.
Business.
Did you guys get that? Business psychology. I'll sit closer to you. I just noticed that we were cut off. Okay, so how long have you been teaching industrial?
IO. Let's go with IO psychology.
How long have you been teaching IO psychology?
1996.
Oh my gosh, and
So I guess it's almost 30 years?
30 years. And what university do you teach at?
Currently at the University of Albany, part of the SUNY system. So
Okay.
upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Okay. So any of you looking to go to Albany State or University?
University of Albany.
University
Don't
of
ask
Albany.
me why, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what they decided.
Okay, so University of Albany, and they would have to go into business in order to come across you.
Well, actually, they need to go to the psychology department to come across me.
Oh, psychology department. Okay, we have somebody in here who is, I don't know if she's in here right now, but her name is Shiloh. And she is just a hair away from her PhD, and she is going into psychology. She's going psychology, but into research.
Now, what kind of psychology? Clinical psychology?
Clinical.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know there was a different kind of psychology.
There's IO and clinical and cognitive and social and behavioral neuroscience.
Oh.
And we have 5 different degrees in psychology just in my university alone.
Oh.
But
Wow.
That's not Wyoming though.
Oh, now, do you plan on staying or there, or do you look around, or what do you do?
I'm right now thinking just staying put
Mm-hmm.
because remember we have retirement on our mind.
Yes,
And my
you do.
husband decided 7 years. I think might be a little bit longer for me, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
So now, where did you grow up, and let's talk about that.
That's not easy.
I know it's not easy.
My parents are German, so they immigrated from Germany in the late 60s.
Okay.
Wait.
From what they immigrated from?
Northern Germany.
Northern Germany.
Around the Hamburg area.
Okay.
So they came over, I think 66 or 67. I was born shortly after that.
Okay.
My parents, especially my mother, got homesick, so it was a trip back to Germany, where they lived there for a couple of years with my sister and I, and back here to the United States, where I started
Okay.
school. And then when I was 10, my father decided, let's try something new.
Okay.
And he saw an ad in the newspaper for he's a cabinet maker, a mill in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
He's looking for an experienced cabinet maker. He interviewed, moved the family
To Texas. From the German family to Texas. Okay.
In a van
In a van.
with 189 pigeons in a cage roosted in the roof.
Get out.
5 days. And we stopped at the hotel. And then people been looking because there are all these sounds coming from the top of our van.
Oh my gosh. 160 something pigeons.
And they were all alive. I remember standing right next to him as they took him out of the grave.
What is the story of the pigeons?
My father had pigeons since he was 10.
Okay. And so they were a hobby?
They're just a hobby.
Oh my
Because you may
gosh.
not know that there are different breeds of pigeon, and there are people that display pigeons at shows, and there are ribbons, like they have dog shows, they actually have pigeon shows.
Get out.
And you're, yes.
Did you guys know that they have pigeon shows? Did you know that? Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that they have pigeon shows. Hey, E-Fog. Oh, good to see you. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda Bacon. Good to see you. Calamity sold green egg to management from Mammoth Mountain Big Time Restaurant. Oh, that's wonderful, Albert. Congratulations to you. Well, for those who just came in, we're learning about my dear friend Sylvia here. And we're just starting to get into some good stuff. Yeah. Pigeons. And we're learning and laughing about pigeons. And so, Texas. So you went to, what were you like in high school first?
Let's just say my nickname was the walking brain. Because you ever
A walking brain.
I did not have much of a social life in high school.
Okay. And what about college? Where did you go to college?
Undergrad at Rice University in Houston, and then I went up the road to Texas A&M for my graduate degree, my PhD.
Okay.
So both Texas.
Oh my gosh. And now, do I understand that you and your sister are both PhDs?
Yes.
Wow. So, and your father's a cabinet maker?
Yes. My mother spent her working life at Walmart. She was the manager of the shoe department in Walmart for many years.
Did you guys hear that? Oh my gosh. So let's get into your parents a little bit because you were telling me some very interesting things about your parents. Your parents didn't have an easy road.
They did not.
What happened?
Well, it's just they came here. It's a typical immigrant story.
Okay.
New country. Both of them had maybe the equivalent of a high school education.
But they originally came from West or East Germany, right?
Oh, my father's family was from what was isn't that Poland.
Okay.
So it was during World War II. His family was displaced.
Okay.
Because at that time it was East Prussia, part of Germany, and then during World War II, my grandmother, who had 7 children, had to flee with her youngest 4 because the Russians were coming. And so she lived on the road for an entire year before they made it to what was then West Germany. Now it's obviously all part of Germany. And my grandfather disappeared somewhere on the Russian front. So he was a soldier. I mean, obviously, since they're German, he was part of the German army, and he just disappeared. We assumed that he was killed somewhere in Russia. We'll never know.
Yeah.
My grandmother didn't want to announce that he's dead until probably like late 1950s.
Okay.
Always held out hope that he was just one of the prisoner of war camps, but we never found out.
Oh, wow. And so then your father and mother were in the Hamburg area?
They both grew up outside of Hamburg.
Okay.
My mother comes from a small village called Damingstoff, where her family has lived since the 1500s. We actually have documentation.
Really?
And then my father was a displaced person. And then they fell in love. My mother wanted to get away from everybody knowing her. She wanted to see the world. And my father just thought there's going to be a lot more opportunity here in the United States.
Yeah.
So they came over.
So what was that like growing up in an immigrant family?
It gives you a very unique perspective because you know how things were in your parents' country, you know how things are in your own country. You really see the benefits, and also often my generation is the least constrained in that you go to school here, you master the language, you don't have all the problems that your parents had figuring out the American system. So it's not that unusual for children like me to go to graduate school.
Yeah.
Because you kind of see that you have the tools that your parents don't have to succeed.
Okay.
So my story is not that unusual with immigrant children. It's usually the first generation where you kind of see both countries that tend to be most socially mobile.
Really? Didn't understand that, didn't know that. So then you grow up and you're into college and you decide to go into...
I go to college.
Yeah.
My parents didn't know anything about college. No relatives ever gone to college. I didn't know what I was doing. I went in with some idea I wanted to be a biochemist. I absolutely hated chemistry lab.
I'm with you.
I remember like
right there.
Gorgeous Friday afternoon. I'm here in the lab. I can't get these stupid chemicals to titrate properly.
Yeah.
So I took classes that interested me, having no idea what to do. I ended up with a degree in German policy studies and psychology just because I just took classes that interested me. And then I had to figure out how to make a living.
Yeah.
I liked college.
Yeah.
I'm not staying in college forever.
You don't want to be a professional student?
I think my professor is like staying in college forever.
Yeah, so that's like a professional student.
It really is, because my job is to continually learn new things.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you do besides hi Scratchy? You what do you do? I mean, do you teach classes? Are you learning all the time? Are you taking classes? I mean, what?
What? I
Okay.
first.
Okay, Scratchy, come on, get down.
I do teach, but because University.
Okay, come here, Scratchy. Right over there.
University of Albany is a Research One institution, which means that a big part of our success or not success is based on research.
Okay.
So I do teach, but not nearly as much as people think, because I have a lot of pressure to
That's why you're Calamity girl.
And so, but research means that I need to teach. I always tell people getting an advanced degree, like for a PhD, means you've learned how to learn.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you've learned or you finished learning. So I'm constantly learning
Scratchy,
new things
no.
and reading about other researchers, and then I conduct my own experiments and write articles. And so it's basically a profession of lifelong learning.
Okay. So do you publish your articles?
I do.
Or?
I do.
Okay. And so where can people find stuff like that?
If you go to Google Scholar,
Okay.
type in Sylvia Roque. You see a picture of me. I'm the only Sylvia Roque.
Yeah.
And then click on it, and then you can see what I published.
Okay. So how did you get mixed up with Calamity Girl? Yeah.
Going back years now,
Yeah.
we started building with a toddler, so that was a very interesting process.
Yeah.
And living in a half-finished cabin with big gaping areas that are quite dangerous for a 2-year-old,
Yeah.
a 3-year-old.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
there was a notice in the Hoback email list about Taco Tuesday.
Oh, and I've told you guys about Taco
They were
Tuesday.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So my husband and I said, we need to go to Taco Tuesday, meet some of our neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we did.
Yeah, and we had so much fun.
They were wonderful.
And we just clicked.
We did.
We did click. I'll never forget your phone call when you called and said, "Hi, this is Sylvia from blah blah blah. 123 Main Street, and we'd like to come to Taco Tuesday." And then it was like you guys didn't miss, and it was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Because there always be different people here. You just never knew who was going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Rusty and I really enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
we even took, Van, of course, always came along. And sometimes Riley and Jordan, our two oldest, when they were here, came along. And
Yep. And you guys, sometimes we get like over 50 people here. And then, and for here, that's a big deal for up here. And then the kids, like they would be all playing, running around the property or whatever. And their family is really big into Frisbee golf.
Yes.
Really big into
Otherwise
Frisbee
known
golf.
as disc golf.
Disc golf. Yes. Disc golf. And
well, I don't care, but the disc golfers care.
Yes. Shout out to you disc golfers. Hey, have any of you guys ever played disc golf? Because I'd like to know. And if you're watching the replay, put in the comments if you have. Because I had gotten these disc baskets, to where you throw the golf or the golf. You throw the frisbee. You throw the frisbee at this basket, and then if it lands in there, you get so many points or whatever, something like that. And we'd have them spread across the property, and then we pick them up and run with them. And the only time they got played with is when Taco Tuesday, and especially with your family, and so then we gave them to them.
And we still use them when we're here during summer, every evening when possible.
Do you really?
There's a round of disc golf. Oh, yes.
Do you play?
Yeah, I do. I'm absolutely horrible. I'm just thankful it's through the trees. I can't throw very far because nobody can throw very far with the trees.
Yeah.
Now we do it.
So yeah, but you have a disc golf course.
We do. We only have 3 baskets, but we have 7 holes or 9 holes, depending on who's playing. And yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's a spreadsheet, and then everybody's score per basket was on the spreadsheet. And then right now, there is big competition between Rusty and Nathaniel, our 12-year-old, because he actually beat his father for the first time this
Get
summer.
out. Did he really? Oh my
Well,
gosh.
he's been playing since he's been 5 years old.
Yeah.
And now he's finally got enough height and strength that he
Wow.
can throw a lot further.
Now some of you were watching the TP go up, and that was her husband and their youngest son, Nathaniel, doing that, and we supervised very well, didn't we?
did.
We did, and we held that camera even though oh, I'm having an MS moment. Sylvia's used to this.
The wind?
I lost it.
We were having a hard time getting the tripods up. The poles were a problem.
Yes, yeah, and then the wind from I think that had the problem with the signal.
Yeah. Oh,
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the signal kept going in and out, so anyway. Yeah, are you guys enjoying just our chit chat that we're having, finding out about Sylvia here in a really very casual way? Yeah, and so tell us what you do up here in Wyoming, because there's not a lot here to do on the ranch.
There's a ton of stuff to do. There's disc golf.
Okay.
There are board games.
Mhm.
I don't know. We're always busy.
I know,
I
you
mean,
guys are always busy.
There's hiking. We have a sunset spot. We call it the sunset spot. It's a mile hike, so we go up there quite often. And then if we want to go to go to the grocery store, it's always an hour away. Then
How about that?
And then of course, luckily, Pinedale has an aquatic center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a really nice library. And
Yeah, they do have a nice library, don't they? So you guys are a very active family. So what kinds of things do you like to do together? Or do you like to do independently?
What we like to do together is play games. So even now, we tend to have Friday game night whenever possible.
You do?
We do. And how many people are there depends. Sometimes it's 3 of us. Sometimes, actually, we're close to my husband's ex-wife. It's 4 of us. And then Jordan's almost always there, so because he lives close by, and his girlfriend. And then when Riley, our middle child, and her boyfriend are in town, then they're there. So it's somewhere between 3 and 8 or 9 people.
You guys have such an amazing family. I really do look at you and just think, I'm kind of lucky to have a friend like you, and you guys are, your family is so, it's to be admired, it really is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now you mentioned that you are close to your husband's ex-wife.
Yes.
That's kind of unusual in your situation?
I don't know. I mean, you always hear horror stories, but we live up in New York. My parents are now, and my sisters, they're in Atlanta. My husband's family is also in Atlanta and Texas and Arkansas. And my husband's ex-wife has no one up there either. So with the 2 oldest, it's always been the 3 of us.
Yeah.
You ask either one of them, they have 3 parents. I I've always gotten along well with my husband's ex-wife. There's no reason not to.
Well, but there's things they're not to like about you either.
Well, no, but I mean, seriously, their marriage didn't work out. It has nothing to do with me. My husband and his ex-wife both agree they're happier without each other. Not they want each other. I rephrase this. They're happier having independent lives.
Yes.
And there's no. They just didn't work out. Mm-hmm. They wanted different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so
I think that's great that, and then one thing that Sylvia and I really enjoyed together was when I had horses.
Oh yes, that was wonderful.
Oh my gosh. She would come over every day at 10 a.m. and we would get the horses ready, and then we would go and we would just bushwhack is what we called it. And gosh, we had the neatest talks.
We did.
We had just so much fun.
We did.
Yeah.
And I knew absolutely nothing about horse riding. So Andy invited me the first time, and I said, sure.
Mm-hmm. And she was a champ.
And luckily, horse Gus, he was used to people having no clue. Mm-hmm. And he would just follow Andy with easy. And Gus and I were very similar mindset, but we wanted to do, wanted not to do.
Yeah.
So you would be going down steep hills.
Okay.
And I'd be looking over the edge. Gus would be looking over the edge. We both decided we're not going. So,
and I'm going, hey, let's go!
Andy, we're not coming.
We'll see you over there. Yeah, that ride was funny.
Well, Gus was perfect for me because
he was perfect for you.
Held on to the saddle horn, and he just really was a perfect.
But Gus
horse.
really liked you too. He died last summer.
I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, he died last summer. So they're gone.
He was wonderful.
But guess what? Matt Borst was here. And he brought his horses. So I had a horsey time.
Oh, good.
It was really nice. Yeah. So I want to hear, a little bit more about your why you chose what you chose, how you figured it all out. And so from high school, you go to college, and
yes, because it's either go to college or work at Walmart, and that didn't sound like a lot of fun, and I was always good at school. Yeah. So I chose college.
Yeah. And with you having the nickname of the Walking Brain, were you like class valedictorian?
I was class valedictorian.
I knew
it! It was small. It was 110 people. We're talking Splendora, Texas. So it was a very rural school.
Are you kidding? You are such a brainiac. It's not even funny.
Well.
Yeah, you're very intelligent.
I spent my teenage years with nose in the book, so that was really good for my vocabulary. So I did well on the standardized tests.
Yeah.
And
how did you do on your SAT?
I did pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. You get 400 points for just putting your name on there. I know that to be true. Okay, and so then you decide on what you don't want to do.
Yes.
So now you go into.
I just took classes that interested me. Yeah. And then I heard that you need to do research in psychology. Okay. There was one social psychologist that I wanted to do research with, and his lab was full. So I knocked on the door of an IO psychologist. I started doing research with her. Her name was Barbara Gogler, and she asked me what I wanted to study. And at that time, I said groups and teams, how do people work together? And she said to me, Sylvia, you can study that as a social psychologist or an IO psychologist. The difference is, if you study as an IO psychologist, you're gonna have a job. Oh. So. Yeah. I said, okay. Okay, so because now there's 5 different types of psychology I just learned. Well, there are even more, but
Oh, okay.
we have
but-
5 in my department.
Okay.
Most people with my degree aren't professors.
Okay.
They're working for businesses.
Oh, and what do they do for businesses?
They design human resource systems.
Oh.
So usually they're the ones that put together what tests you take, or put together questions for a standardized interview, or if a company has problems with morale, they are the consultants that are brought in to give out the surveys and come up with ideas of how to make the employees happier.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there are very few of us that aren't in the world being IO psychologists. They don't use the term IO psychologist. Usually,
Gracie, no.
usually human resource consultant, people analytics. There are a lot of IO psychologists out there. Legally, we're not allowed to call ourselves psychologists.
Okay.
So, I mean, I teach IO psychology, so I can say that.
Yeah.
But there's a whole big thing with licensure that's
Okay.
designed for clinical psychologists, but IO psychologists need the same licensure as clinical psychologists, which makes no sense. I mean, it's a whole big thing. So,
Yeah.
So we're out there, you just don't know it because we don't use the term IO psychologist.
Okay. Okay. If you weren't to become an IO psychologist, would you have gone clinical?
No.
No. Why?
No, that never interested me.
No.
I've never taken a single class in clinical psychology, even as an
You're
undergrad.
kidding.
I'm not. I was always more interested in the human dynamics. I was interested in how the brain works. I just,
Yeah.
for some reason, I never wanted to be a doctor. I admire people who treat mental illnesses, same as I admire doctors who treat sick people. I just didn't want to ever do either.
Okay. Okay. And so, do you get a lot of satisfaction?
I do. I really enjoy the research. I enjoy teaching students.
Yeah.
Especially some of the PhD students take 10 years to graduate.
Oh my god.
So 10 years to get to know them.
That's kind of special.
It is.
Yeah.
I get to have nice relationships with them.
Yes.
And then since we have a big conference, many of them go to the conference. I follow them through their lives. And,
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
Okay. And then, yeah, because you're pretty instrumental with them. So, you spend a lot of your time up here working. Are you telecommuting, or what do you do? How does that happen? What?
Most of the time I am working on manuscripts, especially during the summer is my time to write, because my evaluation for merit pay is almost entirely determined by what I publish.
Okay.
So I spend most of my time here, and I have deadlines. I get a revised submit, needs to be back in 6 weeks. I had a chapter due this summer, just that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, this week, I still am officially teaching, so I have grading and
Okay.
a class to prep and things like that.
So, what do you like to do in your free time?
What's free time, Andy?
What do you wish that you could do? What are your hobbies?
I don't have time for hobbies. The closest thing I have to a hobby is putting around outside gardening. I love plants.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that about
Yeah.
you with plants.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, so it's...
I'm babysitting her tomatoes.
You are.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things I told my husband, when we're here, retired for 9 months of the year, I need a greenhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't grow very much up here without a greenhouse.
I've tried. Believe me, you can't.
You can't.
I've had so many failures.
Yeah, yeah. Tomatoes are about it.
And even tomatoes need to be pots that you move them around.
Yeah. They've seen me chasing the sun with the tomatoes.
But I'm determined, so
Good.
yeah.
And so you pretty much live your life to come up here. You look forward.
We look forward to it. We try not to live our life just for Wyoming. because life is going by, so we try to enjoy it even when we're not here.
Yeah.
But it's a big highlight when we can come out here. There's just something special about Wyoming. It's just something special. I don't know. I feel more alive.
Can you put your finger on it?
No, I definitely feel more alive here.
Yeah, I feel healthier here. I feel comfortable here. I think that I didn't realize how comfortable I felt until I came to Wyoming.
There's just something hard to explain, but it speaks to some people, not to others. And I think that's something that everybody who lives here has in common, because we're coming from all over the United States. Socioeconomic class, there's from incredibly rich to people who are barely making it by, different political stripes, different backgrounds, different everything. But what people have in common here is just, I don't know, connection to the land. It's really hard to understand for somebody who doesn't feel it. But
I think you put that in a really great context, a connection to the land. Yeah. So you went hiking yesterday or the day before. Where did you go?
Where I wanted to go is to I think they're called the Green Lakes.
Oh, yeah, the Green Lakes?
Yes.
Up at the Green River Lakes.
Yes, but we ran into a neighbor, and chatted with the neighbor warned us it's hunting season right now.
Yeah.
And the neighbor suggested that perhaps we shouldn't head up there if we weren't hunting. So we just went to Teton National Park.
Okay.
Because it's a lot emptier now this time of year, and you can't get shot at while walking.
Right, yeah. There's no hunting in the Teton National Park.
I'm all for hunting. Hunters are needed to control the deer populations and other populations around here. Just personally rather not get shot at.
Yeah. You do have to be very careful around here. When the horse that Sylvia used to ride all the time, Gus, I used to braid his hair with like some orange streamers in it, and so that the hunters could identify, because from looking far away he might look like an elk. Yeah. And over on the Upper Hoback a couple years ago, did you hear about the gal whose horse, and it was her prize horse, was shot by
I did not hear that.
a hunter and killed. Yeah.
That's horrible.
And so, if you're going to be around here, you have to be or hiking or anything, you have to be all decked out in your fluorescent.
You do. I mean, officially here in the ranches, hunting's prohibited.
Right.
We still hear gunshots every once in a while.
Yeah, from the ranch back here. Yeah. And I still go like this every time I hear it, because I'm not a hunter. I can't. I purchase my meat. Yeah, I purchase it. So, Sylvia, I'm trying to be cognizant of the time. Okay, we're good. Tell me a little bit more about your family life. Just who are you as who is Sylvia? Who, instead of your professional life, or this or that. Who is Sylvia? If you could draw out the perfect person, or not the perfect person, but the perfect picture of who you are.
Right now, at this stage of my life, I am my professional. I am a professor. I am a mother, daughter, sister. So right now, I really identify myself according to the different roles, because that's what's important to me in my life. Are those a wife? I can't forget wife.
Yeah, can't forget wife. Oops, sorry, Rusty.
But no, really, I draw a big part of my identity from all the different roles I play.
Okay. So our imaginary Sylvia here would be part mother, part wife, part professor, part hiker, part gardener.
Yes,
Yeah.
I always, maybe when I retire, I'll have more hobbies and I'll get deeper into other things. But right now,
Yeah.
I mostly
I think that's
concentrate on my different.
Yeah. Are you good at budgeting your time between different roles? That's a good question.
I don't budget time between the roles as combined. They're often not separate ones. My students get to hear about my kids, and they're used to me every once in a while being a little bit late, but then my kids get to hear about my professional life, and there are times I can't do something.
Yeah.
So all the roles kind of get smushed together a bit.
What kind of an impact have you had on your stepchildren now that they're into their young adult life? Because I know that you're very close.
I am. When people ask me, I have 3 kids.
Absolutely.
Yes, we still. Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that question.
Okay,
As I said,
that's fair
I'm one
enough.
of their 3 parents.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
And so, what is your vision for Nathaniel? What do you see?
I want the same thing for all 3 kids. I want them to lead independent lives in which they can experience life to its fullest. I want them to be happy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I want them to be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really is as simple and as complicated
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah.
And so it's not your profession, it's not the amount of money you have, it's the quality of your life and the quality of your relationships. I want you to have happy, healthy relationships with people, significant other, but also family and friends. And I do want them to be independent because I think they can't live full lives unless they have get a little bit away from us, but I want to see them. So
Yeah.
So I want the same thing for all 3 of them.
Was your house the hangout place for your kids and their friends? I can kind of see that.
I never knew how many people would be for dinner. I just told them I need 2 hours notice.
Yeah.
Just so I can figure out meal quantities.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was busy enough, so whether I'm feeding 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, it just never made much of a difference.
Yeah, that is so great.
So it just, even though the only thing that was a little bit challenging was when Riley called us during college. Their whole ultimate frisbee team needed somewhere to stay, and whether we can house, I think, 15 girls.
Oh my gosh!
So that was a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, of course you said yes, I'm sure you
said
did.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
And we got Jen, my husband's ex-wife, involved for that one too.
Yeah.
Because we only had 2 showers, so she had a shower too, and we had girls sleeping on every possible surface. I mean, they came with sleeping bags, and they also came with a towel and pillow, but and then we would order a whole bunch of pizzas. But that was a little bit
I can see that. Now, I want to know. I'd like to you to share with them about your cabin experience. Tell us about your cabin. You bought raw land.
We brought raw land. There was nothing there. My husband is in the tech industry. He makes a living running programs or managing those who write programs, computer programs. But my husband's father was really into woodworking and building things. So when we bought the land, at first we thought we weren't going to touch it until we retired, because remember this is for retirement.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about the fact that we'd like to use it before we retire.
I don't know if you talk a little bit louder.
All right, so we use land before we retire. So we started thinking, how can we build a small cabin?
Yeah.
And we saw some cabin kits.
Okay.
And so we bought a cabin kit. I think the wood was only like $12,000, but we were warned this could probably be triple that much. We put in the basement and the septic and the driveway. So we had people put in the septic system and a shell, concrete shell, and then we did an old-fashioned barn raising. We put out a call to all the relatives who wants to help us put together a cabin kit. And so we rented actually a place just up the hill for a month.
Yeah.
And then we had a rotating crew of relatives come through.
Wow.
And people would stay as long as they could, a month for the longest. Some was only 3 or 4 days. And we
Yeah.
had, I think, 6 weeks or 2 months to get it dry.
So
It was
you
quite an
guys,
experience.
had you ever built a cabin before?
No,
Have you ever built anything like that before?
nobody who was involved ever did. We had the people from Pinedale Lumber first wonder what in the world we're doing.
No,
Pinedale
but-
Lumber provided a lot of the other material, and then they gave us some really good advice, and up it went.
So then you built your cabin, and then the Roosevelt fire happens.
Yes.
And this is where Sylvia and I became friends before that big fire. But the fire, okay, we were evacuated, our housing was together. And we went to dinner at somebody's home that they said that they wanted to feed some of us. So we go to dinner there, and then we had no clue that the fire was even close. And so then her husband says, let's look at the cameras and see. And then what happened?
Then Rusty and I sat there on the couch and we were watching first smoke in the distance, and then the fire kept coming closer and closer to our place. And then we were panicking. Who can we call? Who can we call? And I don't know, things get a little blurry because I was so upset there.
Yeah.
Basically, we learned this is getting dark. There's no more air support coming in, and we just watched the fire basically creep up and up until the tree in front of our place started catching fire, and then it was in darkness. We could see all the trees behind us was burning, and the embers coming down. Rusty still has that videotape, and seeing live embers land on our porch.
Yeah.
The
You
reason-
melted.
You melted.
You did.
You
Because
melted.
I was standing behind her, and we were looking, too, because we didn't know if our place was standing. And it was horrible.
It was
absolutely.
absolutely horrible.
And there's nothing you could do. Absolutely nothing you could
And
do.
then it was probably about 12 or 1. I just turned it off, and Rusty actually came down here, drove down here, and one of the firefighters drove with him to the outskirts a little bit, and he gave him another resident a little bit of a view of what was going on in here. And the next morning, everybody was at the entrance to Hoback Ranches, wondering what's going on, and people were kind of just gossiping and saying the house,
The New Yorkers.
the New Yorkers burned. We were the New Yorkers. We raised our hand, going, "No,
Yeah.
we know we're still standing because we still have evidence coming from our camera." So we knew the back part may have burned, because the whole thing, didn't burn because we still have our camera working.
Mm-hmm.
So we survived the night.
Mm-hmm.
The house, top of the hill, didn't. The whole,
Yep, the house came, the fire came so close to their house within feet, literal
three
feet.
sides, probably within 10, 15 feet. It was incredible that we're still standing. It's really incredible.
Yeah.
It was.
So then we fast forward, we get back into other places. We go through the winter. They come back in June, and then they decide, well, let's build another cabin.
Well, that was 2020.
Okay, a year after that.
And we weren't here for the pandemic because we had come for, quote, a week.
Uh-huh.
This is March 2020.
Oh, that's right.
March 2020. Rusty and I were supposed to be here during my spring break. We started reading the tea leaves that Nathaniel's school, who's in second grade at that time, was going to be shut down the week after. So less than 24 hours before the flight, we buy a ticket for him. I go buy some snowshoes because we need a snowshoe in.
Yes.
And then we arrive, and I put something on Facebook saying, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It might be a week or a few weeks, and it ended up being 6 months.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, we did go back mid-May for 2 weeks to grab a car because we borrowed the car.
Yeah.
And so that's where the second cabin came from. We had time.
Oh yeah, that's right. They had time. They had time to figure out what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So you get the second cabin. It's 99.9% done. And so now
I wouldn't quite go that high. You haven't seen the loft.
I haven't seen the loft. Okay, it's 90% done. Close to it. Yeah. Well, anyway, and so then her husband says, "Oh, we need a breezeway. We need a cover for a breezeway." So now he finished building a cover for a breezeway, and he's the same one that I tell you that put up the teepee. And this is why I went to her husband. Because he's a smart cookie and can figure it out.
And he likes figuring things out.
He does, and I'm surprised that he kept his cool the whole time.
Well, that's Rusty.
Oh my gosh. So now you mentioned snowshoeing.
Mm-hmm.
They trip out that we have to snowmobile to get back up to get to our cabin. But they, oh, thank you, Streamlabs. But what do you have to do to get to your cabin?
Well, the problem is usually we come in April, which Andy would tell you is the worst time of year because the snowpack is melting.
Yeah.
And at that time of year, there's no vehicle that can get to her place because Andy's is a lot more accessible than ours. Ours is up a steep hill.
She's on a steep hill.
And it's way in the back. We try to drive as far as we can. Usually we get within a mile and a half. We park the car, put a note on the windshield saying this is whose car it is. And then if we're lucky, we can just go ahead and hike in with a backpack, but often if the snow is still deep, we need a snowshoe in.
Gosh, they snowshoe into their cabin.
With all the food.
Yeah.
No, it's just fresh food, because right now I'm putting in a lot of dry goods and canned goods, so that's all ready for us.
Yeah. And, but I just, and then, but see, her husband is one that jogs along the, and I wave from the window or the porch. Hi, Rusty. I may even say, "Hi, Rusty." But so he runs up and down these hills, and but not the whole family doesn't run up and down the hills. How hard is that for you to snowshoe up to? snowshoeing is not easy.
It's not easy with a pack. Usually when Nathaniel and I get up there, we refuse to leave until we have to.
I need to acknowledge this 1 second. Jaffo, thank you very, very much. Dark Watch, thank you for that. That's very kind of you. Yeah, we're just sitting here talking, and I'm just pulling info out of her that I've been wanting to know about for the longest time. So, snowshoeing is what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not particularly fun with a pack.
No.
But, I mean, I have it now set that I don't need anything. I even have makeup in the cabin. I have a toothbrush.
Yeah.
I can just walk in with the clothes I'm wearing.
Yeah.
But we need food.
Yes.
And we need a computer.
Food and a computer, yeah. Yeah. Do you have an internet service up here? Do you use a...
We now have an internet service.
Okay.
So we tried using hotspots for years, but it's just easier to have internet service.
Yeah. And so you live up here half the year, and so that is just, and not being retired yet.
Well,
that's difficult.
That was 2020, managed to 6 months. Now we're probably more at 3.5 months.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
And so,
maybe not, somewhere around there.
Okay. Do you think that you'll be able to increase your time?
I foresee the next few years, as Nathaniel goes into his teenage years, we may be here less.
Okay.
Just because he's getting more involved in sports. And so I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down 6 weeks to 2 months.
Yeah.
But he's growing up so quickly.
Yeah.
But as soon as he hits college, I suspect they'll be up here more.
Yeah.
It's just a few years. He's now in 7th grade.
Okay.
I mean, I know from Riley and Jordan, they grow up so quickly. Well, you know from
Yeah.
yours too.
Yeah.
And so
now, my son and her eldest daughter, they went on a few dates. And I was hoping, but the long distance thing just wasn't going to work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I still hold out hope, though, because I like her. And she's from a good family. Oh, Sylvia, I know that we're under a time crunch here, but would you come back and just chat with us some more? Because there's some more stuff I want to talk to you about that I didn't get out.
I would love to, but we have to wait a few months.
That's fine. That's perfectly
works
fine.
are calling the next few days.
I gotcha, yeah. No, I meant just another time.
I would love to.
Yeah.
As long as people think I'm interesting.
Well, yeah, of course, absolutely. And everybody has something for somebody. Yeah, I think you're interesting.
Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
And you're definitely very interesting.
Oh no.
Well,
Are
seriously.
you, maybe you're going to interview me.
Yes. Well, I know you're.
Yeah, she knows me. Yeah, she knows me well. So, thank you, Sylvia.
Very welcome.
And then, and I'm going to keep you guys online, and because I have a short I need to do. So, do you guys want to watch me with the short? That'd be a lot of fun. I like it when you're with me. Yeah, because I feel kind of stupid talking to somebody that's not even there. Yeah, so it'd be okay? Mm-hmm. All right, okay. Well, you guys hang tight for a second, and then I gotta stand up. And then you're gonna go pick up your husband?
Pick up Rusty now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, okay. And then you guys are staying with me. Okay. And isn't she wonderful? I love her. Yeah, I really love Sylvia a lot. Okay. I have to get set up, so you guys are gonna watch me. Okay, hold on. Okay. I need this. I need this. And I need, where's my phone? Oh, there's my phone. And I need this. Let's rock it. Okay. Because she's coming back for dinner. So I have an assignment that I have. And so now we're going to do this. And you guys are going to learn something. And because I was blown away by this. Yeah, so let me put the chat up so I can see you guys. Hang on a seckie. Okay. Okay. Are you 5'6", my coffee? And Jethro, you're 5'9". I'm 5'8". Yeah. Yeah, she's going to get rusty. Yeah. Okay. Let me put you guys right here. Okay, so that you guys will be able to see. And then I'm going right over here. Okay. Alrighty. Let me just kind of get set up here. I need my handy dandy.
Harry carry knife?
Yeah, I need my Harry carry knife, and I need, you guys, this stuff, this spray lotion stuff, not lotion, but the spray stuff is absolutely amazing. It is 1 teaspoon of Blue Dawn, and the rest vinegar. And it rocks.
Went the water?
No, I changed it.
It smells like Easter.
It smells like Easter, that's right. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Oh, never mind.
No, I'm cooking.
Okay. Because I need to get this set up. I need to get salad ingredients.
Okay.
If you could help me. So.
Okay, let's see.
You guys are gonna get blown away by this.
Blown away.
Hang tight.
What do we have? Oh, lettuce.
Lettuce.
Some gross celery.
Celery.
Cut around it. Do you want a zucchini cut up?
No.
Okay. Carrots.
Carrots.
Carrots. I think you have tomatoes.
Yeah. Tomatoes.
Here.
Okay. Yeah. My taped tomato.
Here, you want another one?
Yeah.
There you
And I have onions here.
go. Some broccoli.
Yeah, I want some broccoli.
Maybe a $20 salad.
It's gonna be a $20
Do you
salad.
want any bell peppers?
Sure, I'll take some bell peppers.
Sorry.
I wanna bring you guys closer.
Here's some leftover bacon chunks.
Okay, some bacon.
We have some onion.
Oops, excuse me. Onions.
Celery.
Okay. I'm moving you guys so that you can be right there. Can you guys see it okay? Let me see. Let me make sure you can see okay. Yes, you can. I'm here, guys. Okay. Let me get ready. You can look to me for. Oh yeah, I can't see the chat right now. Hang on, let me get my apron on.
Here.
Oh,
Meet the ball. Oh.
that's good.
Pretty crappy, huh? Okay.
Okay. Make sure my shirt stays down.
What's going on?
Okay,
What are you filming?
here we go.
Is it time for the Heimlich?
Almost.
Okay. Tell me when.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Scalpel.
Thank you. Could you do me a favor and grab my computer and bring it over here?
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna rock your world in a second. Okay, guys. Let me get a bowl.
One computer.
Thank you. Okay. Now I'll be able to see a little bit more of the chat. Oopsie.
Oopsie. Oopsie.
Oh, you guys are so sweet to me. Okay, hang on. Hang on.
Completely and utterly in despair.
There we go. Okay. Let me take that down. Okay, guys. Oh, let me get my water because Streamlabs is asking me to.
This is not called Calamity for any particular reason.
That's right. Okay. Alrighty.
All right.
I'm just going to be plugging this in.
Time to end the show. Thank you
No!
for coming.
No way! We're not ending this show, we're just getting started, right? We're not doing a show, we're just hanging out. Okay. It crashed on me.
Watch out.
Okay, well, anyway. Let me get this going and camera, video. Okay. Here we go. How come your salads never taste like the restaurants do? How come your salad, not in the frame, okay. How come your salad at home never tastes like the way the restaurants make it? I bit my tongue, you guys. Let me do that again. How come, okay, do your salads taste as good as they did in the restaurant? I bet they don't, and here's why. Okay. Okay, let me. You know that I can edit. I can edit. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see very well. Oh, neither can you. Okay, well, here we go. This part of your lettuce, we don't cut it off. This is how we take it off. Take it out. Hit it down on there. And lift out the core. Get the okay, now. Oh, I didn't get my bowl. Let me get my bowl. Thank God for editing. Okay. I love this bowl. Impress me, gave me this bowl, you guys. I love it. Yeah. Let me get this up. Let's go. Come on. There we are. There we are. Okay. For dinner tonight, we have spaghetti and meatballs, but I'm making the salad because I'm doing a short. Okay, so unless you're going to be using your lettuce right away, do not cut it with a metal knife. If you're going to cut with a metal knife, use it within an hour or so, because otherwise it'll start turning that rust color stuff, because it is rust. It is rust. It's a lettuce rust. Okay. I don't have my Michael Jackson protection glove on. I know that, you guys. Okay. But your lettuce sucks at home because they don't tell you something. And what the restaurants don't tell you is what I'm going to show you. So let's get this in the bowl. I have to get this salad made. So I'm making it with the fod. What do you think about that, Tawana Campbell? Okay, guys, watch this. Okay. Watch this. Okay. Now you've got your thing cut. Hi, Cookie. Oh, Cookie, you know what? It's just been a hangout time with me, and I was hanging out talking with my friend Sylvia for a while, and then now I am making a salad, and I'm gonna make this the best salad that you've ever had. You know why? Because I'm doing something that they don't tell you that they do. Let me move you over just slightly. Okay, so now. So now this bell pepper, easily able to cut this thing up. Okay, now just dice it up a little bit so that we can chew it instead of having to gnaw and chew our cut at it. like a cow. Yeah, I love my friend Sylvia. She is very special to me. You know, people don't believe that I have a dear friend who's actually a PhD. I can't believe it. And here we go. Okay, we've got a little bit of bell pepper in there. Oh, Rusty, I have to make a side salad for him. So, because he likes only certain things in his salad. Now I'm taking the tape off the tomato. I've had this tomato for 3 weeks. And the reason that it's so nice and so firm and perfect still is because I had tape on it. That's why. Okay, now let's get this tomato cut. I love tomatoes. I really do. And this looks like it's going to be a good one. I'll show it to you. It's a beautiful one. But I'm going to show you something, show you what you should be doing before. Can you guys see? No, you can't. Hang on, let me get, hold on kids, you'll be able to see in a second. That's right, tape on tomatoes. Now you guys can see. Now, one thing that they do not tell you that they do is they season everything before it goes out to you. Let me get a towel. Yeah, in the nicer restaurants, this is what they do. Okay. They season. That's right. They may not do it exactly like that, but they season it ahead of time. And you know what? They have the best salads. A little bit of flavor enhancing does the trick. Trust me on this one. Okay. I'm going to set these aside because I don't want my thing to wilt. So I'm going to set it aside. And I want to put, oh, I have a little bit of celery. I can dice that up and put that in there. What's that thing? Hey, Tina B! No, I don't. It's, let me get it. Thank you, Cookie. Okay. Hey guys, let me move you here so that I can see you a little bit. I don't go anywhere. I have to hook up my ears so you can hear me. Hi, Eggsy. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Okay, you guys, can you see me? Oh, I hope so. Okay, here I am. Okay, we're going to start this over. All right. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Let me get all of this cut up and I'm going to start the thing over again. Okay. And let's cut up a little bit of, we already did that. How about some broccoli? Everybody likes some broccoli. Hi, Tawana. It's been a little while, honey. How have you been? Haven't seen you for a little bit. Eggsy, well, you know what? Oh, you didn't get my notification? Eggsy, do me a favor. Go out, unsub, and then resub, and then come back in. And that should help. Hey, doggy. How's it going? Oh, you're talking to my doggy.
Yeah, could you guys hear me and Sylvia chit-chatting? Yeah, you guys are gonna find all out why a salad sucks when we try to make it at home. It is so much better if you season it. But you guys know, but they don't know. So if you know, you know, right? For everyone, and someone is mumbling. Pour over for everyone, and someone. What? It's cut. Isn't it is better? Okay. Okay. Good. 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 I'm glad to hear that. Let me grab a little peeler. Let me get a peeler. I think that if uh, my Mike Coffee, I think you're behind the screen. I think that if my voice goes too loud, it cuts out because it has a sound protection or something. It's something stupid that we don't like. Yeah. Anyway, any hoops. I'm just gonna get all this set up and everything, shred it up. Um, and then my friend, like I said, Sylvia is coming back up. She's going back up to pick up her husband because they have just the one car here right now. And so we want some dinner. I'm sure that he wants to eat. Yeah. Uh, okay. There's that. There goes that. This is over here. And that's away. It's a beautiful salad. They say, and I don't know who they are, but they say that the more colors that you have, the more healthy it is. My Ben scarf is covering my. No, it's not. Is it not working?
You guys, I have to talk to it out of the thing because obviously it's not working. Ah, my problem with microphones. Uh, I sure do need, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you too. Oh, Eggsy, that was nice. That's better? Okay, okay. Well, that's good because, um, now let me get a little bowl to put this stuff in. Because I'm not done. I'm not even close to being done. Okay. Yeah, isn't that a good trick about the lettuce? Take out. And you know, I learned that when I was really young. And thank you, Jeffo. I learned that when I was really young and thought that everybody knew that. Yeah. Little did I know. Okay. Oh, got a little bit of bacon. Oh, and I have some cranberry. I'm going to put a little bit of cranberry in there. I'm going to get a little crazy. Yeah. That's, oh, and here's the onion. The onion is already diced for me. Look at that one. Okay. Let me make this beautiful. I'm gonna try for my short. I'm gonna try for my short to make it beautiful, baby. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, are you guys ready? Because I'm ready to do my little commercial, or my short, I mean. I don't know why I keep calling it a commercial. Okay, here we go. Do you ever go to a restaurant and your salad just sucks? No, not usually. You go to a restaurant and you get a really nice salad, but you go and try and make it at home, and what happens? It sucks. Well, guess what? The one thing that you're missing that they don't tell you, the only thing that they do is this. Okay. They season their salad ahead of time. They season it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of cracked pepper. Okay, and then how about a little bit of your favorite, and then a little bit of your favorite seasoning. I'm using smoked paprika. I'm gonna put just a little bit in here. This is a strong spice, so a little goes a long way. Okay, and, my friends and I don't want you to miss out on this secret. Now that is going to be one terrific salad as soon as I put the tomatoes in. Now that is going to be one terrific salad. Whoops. Okay. If this is not the best salad that I've made, that's come out of, if this is not the best salad that I have made, if this is, I forgot my lines. I guarantee you that this would be the best salad. I guarantee you that this will be the best salad that has come out of my kitchen. I'm Calamity Girl, and this seasoning is I'm Calamity Girl, and this seasoning is my point of view. Oh my gosh, that was hard. Gosh. And you know what? I think the lens on here, we have a lens problem. Hold on, guys. I'm bringing you over here to doctor you. We have a lens problem. I'm going to wipe you. Okay, close your eyes. Is that better, you guys? Is that better? Gracie! Gracie, no! No, no, no barking. No barking. Nobody's going outside. Nobody's going. Oh my gosh. This girl. Oh, I need to get my water. Hold on. Need to get my water. Okay, I got my water. Okay. Mr. Quinn, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, and Cookie, thank you, Cookie. And look, I got a new cup. And it won't break, even if I drop it. And it's got a handle for people like me. Gracie does always say hello to the FOD, doesn't she? Oh, so how are you guys? How is everybody doing? I'm doing okay, except for my toothache is killing me. Yeah, you know, I still have that toothache. And on Wednesday is when I have to have a root canal. Oh, I have to have a root canal on Wednesday and I'm scared. I'm 53 and I'm scared. I hope that they can knock me out. Oh, thank you. I love my new cup too. Oh, thank you. I love these aprons too. I try and wear all my different aprons if I can. Yeah. So that I don't want them to totally clash on me, you know. And let me see. Jacob is in here. Oh my goodness. Jacob, I was going to crash your party last night, and guess what? I fell asleep. Yeah. It'll make me feel better, Dawn, because I'm nervous. I really am scared. I'm not a good dental patient. Not in the least bit.
I concur.
Yeah. Yeah. Jacob is fun, isn't he? You know, but I'm having a hard time at nights because I'm trying to get myself to sleep more. And I need sleep more. And I get distracted. I get distracted by your streams, Jacob. I do, but I love them. Yeah. So, how are all you guys doing though? I haven't gotten to talk to you because I was talking with Sylvia for a while. And I fell asleep too. Oh, Jacob, where are you? Let me see where you are. I don't see him. Now, you guys, on Wednesday, because yesterday, oh my gosh, it was crazy yesterday. But I'm gonna do a members only chat day on Wednesday. Yeah. And so I need to do something special for the members. I really do. So start thinking of what you want to do, because it'll be fun. I guarantee it. No matter what, it'll be fun. Yeah. And so, you guys, I think I'm going to take off so that I can be a good host when they come back. So I'm going to say goodbye to your company, but I will see your company tomorrow. Yes. So thank you for all you've given. Jaffo, thank you. And Dark Watch, thank you. Yeah. So 4 o'clock, Mr. Quinn, 4 o'clock for us. Yeah. Yeah. Good night, Eggsy. I love you too. No floating emojis. I don't like going to the dentist either, but when I have an appointment with the dentist, I have no choice but to go so that my teeth are strong and healthy. Yeah, I'm having a problem with my teeth because of my medication. Yeah, too much medication is really bad for them. So anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Bye, guys.